Hi, it's me, Wara, and here I am at Nordstrom downtown Seattle. I have my beautiful guests. First, let me wear my mask and please welcome Miss Aleksa Manila.
Hi, Laura! Air kisses!
Mwah, 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 mwah.
And air kisses to all of you. Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
how are you?
It's my pleasure, with COVID having affected all of us, every human being on this planet. Really appreciate the little things, the things that we neglect, like time with you, time with friends, time with family.
Of course.
I see you every now and then, but this one is really special because I haven't seen you in a long time either.
Yes,
You
yes.
know?
I know you got very busy. What are you doing right now, Aleksa?
Oh gosh, well, I am one of the lucky, and maintain a job. I'm very happy, very lucky to be part of public health here in King County. At the beginning of the pandemic, I was lucky enough to be able to provide behavioral health support to folks in the isolation and quarantine sites. So
Like LGBT or basically everyone, or you focus more on the LGBT community?
Well, for that work, it was everybody that was impacted by COVID.
Oh, wow.
Right? Yeah.
Yes,
But
yes.
part of my work too is doing research, particularly with the trans community. Or
You've been
my career.
doing so many things.
I try. I really do try to stay busy. Keeps me out of trouble, as they say. And luckily too, there was a little bit of a, like a little dip at the beginning of COVID
Right.
with getting involved
Right.
with community work. However, it quickly became virtual. And I think, like many communities, we were hungry to stay connected
Of
to
course.
community.
Everything virtual right now.
Oh, I know, exactly.
Yeah. It's good to know, Miss Aleksa Manila. Are you still doing the radio show?
Oh, well, let's see. The podcast. Yes,
The
the
podcast.
podcast is still happening. That's Pridecast through Seattle Pride with Egan Orion and myself. We do subjects, anything LGBTQ, basically under the rainbow. And the focus is really to try and add some positivity,
Right.
despite of COVID. So this
Right.
upcoming podcast, we're actually going to focus on a national campaign called Drag Out the Vote, where we've recruited drag kings and drag queens.
Wow, that's fun.
Yes, to invite every LGBTQ person to make sure that you're registered to vote, because one of the things that we do know for a fact is that 1 in every 5 LGBTQ person is not registered to vote, and that's a problem. And we
Right.
must fix it.
Your voice is more important, right?
Everyone's
Yeah,
voice,
everyone's voice should be
absolutely,
more important.
absolutely.
Well, the thing is, I invite you here to Nordstrom downtown Seattle. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you. Just have an idea to talk with Miss Aleksa for new LGBTQ community or person who just coming out of the closet. How comfortable for them to get in the public or even shopping, relating to shopping in our store. I want to know your experience.
Sure. Well, first of all, I think that's a very important question. It sounds so simple, right? For
It
many
sounds
people.
very simple, but
It's a very critical point in an LGBTQ person's life to self-identify and to also present themselves as such. Well, it's October, right? So it's LGBTQ month. And last weekend, we just celebrated National Coming Out Day. So that idea of coming out as your true and authentic self is a very critical point in an LGBTQ plus
Right.
person's life.
Correct.
So as far as comfort, that can be it can be a challenging one because it's really personal and individual to the person, right? It's subjective. Like my opinion is going to have to come from my own experience. I would say as far as comfort, I think that the first step is really comfort within self, being able to recognize who you are, accepting who you are and who you want to be. For many LGBTQ people, unfortunately, you can't really turn to family sometimes, right? And so you identify other folks, friends, for instance, close friends,
Right.
and that's why we ended up with the term chosen family, because we get to choose our family, right?
Because you need help, right?
Absolutely, we
Yeah.
all need help. No one is really ever alone. Like you mentioned, shopping and all of that. I would say go with a friend. Go with someone that you trust, that knows who you are. For
Right.
example, I remember when I was first dabbling into drag, which really became more of my identity as a genderqueer person. I remember going with one, at least usually just one other close friend who knew and understood and who I came out to, that provided me comfort in buying clothes that were, stereotypically not assigned to me, right? Most of these places are going to be in urban settings.
Right.
Because there's more resources. For example,
Correct.
we live in downtown Seattle.
Of course.
We're in Nordstrom.
Mm-hmm.
The number one expectation is we would expect all retail locations in the downtown area to be more accepting. Like Nordstrom will be accepting of LGBTQ people. That's the expectation.
Yes.
And this is not the first time I walked into Nordstrom. You've seen me, go in and out
all
of
the
Nordstrom
time.
all the time.
She is a good shopper.
I'm a good Filipinx immigrant shopper. I'm a bargain dealer. That's what I am.
When the first time you come shopping in the store, example like Nordstrom, are you come with like you were a boy, or I'm sorry, this is too personal question.
No, it's
but
not.
I just
No,
really
please,
want
yeah.
to be more clear to people who watching right now. They could be more comfortable with it.
Yes,
Go
yes.
buying a dress, like I'm afraid to ask somebody to asking for help, like the seller, or like, hey, can you help me the size of the bra? What should I wear? Like, something
Absolutely.
like
So I guess for context, yes, I am assigned male at birth. I identify now as genderqueer, which encompasses my sexual orientation and my gender identity and expression. I'm the most comfortable there. However, I'm very comfortable with the no-op sort of expression or non-operative expression. I express more on the feminine side. Now, I actually feel comfortable walking in which I just did today.
I can see how comfortable you are right now. I could see that.
But it wasn't always like this. So there are times where I feel like my energy is a little bit more masculine, but not intentionally doing it. So there are times I might come off as more boyish, right, to a retailer person. And so I have had, I can recall this now. I did go to a retail establishment many moons ago. This piece of clothing, and it was a women's wear, right? Asked the retailer if I could try it on, and of course I was trying to go into, the women's changing room, and I was denied it.
You got denied.
I would say roughly maybe 10, 15 years ago. I won't say what the establishment is. I felt sad.
Of course.
I felt sad.
And yes, of course.
And then I just cringed and I just sort of imploded inside. I
Right.
don't believe I went forward with the purchase. I didn't want to fight it. I was scared, and so unfortunately I avoid shopping in rural settings because I don't want the risk.
That's so sad.
It really is very sad, unfortunately.
It's so sad, yeah.
So that's why it's important for spaces like this, to have an all welcome,
Of course.
atmosphere
of
and
course.
environment for everyone, because
Of
we're
course,
all
yes.
human beings, we're all beautiful. We all need clothing.
Right, correct.
We all need a little touch of makeup.
Oh yeah, of course. Nowadays, there's a man who come and asking for help with the can you matching foundation, and he totally straight man. Yeah.
That is amazing. Heterosexual cisgender men are now comfortable with it.
Very comfortable with makeup.
Yeah.
As you can see now, the world getting moving forward with the singer. They start doing more makeup in Korea.
I remember a time when we used to call this thing metrosexual.
When was the first time you come in the store and asking for cosmetics?
I think the first time that I felt comfortable walking into Nordstrom was in the makeup department. Many of my friends, did work in the industry, so that was one layer of comfort that I felt confident that I could walk in and feel
It
it.
feels more comfortable if you know somebody working
Absolutely,
in, right?
absolutely.
So,
It helps a
yeah.
lot to know that you know someone, and
Right.
even if it's a stranger, but you know that there's somebody else that's LGBTQ. At the front end, of the store. This is the first time I've walked into Nordstrom since just before COVID started.
Oh wow! Well,
So
welcome back.
Thank you. So you can
Yes.
just imagine I'm like a little girl walking into a candy store, and I haven't had candy in months.
Because we
you
just
know.
walk past the shoe sales.
And it's a sale. It's a sale. So I
We
saw
have
all
a
the
sale
red
to
tags.
make you come back.
I
and
know,
see
they
us.
lured me. I started feeling more comfortable. The Nordstrom downtown Seattle's the staff, I would say 99%. I would say 99% are always welcoming. That's a great thing, regardless of how the staff might identify, I've often felt almost always felt
That's
very
very nice
comfortable.
to hear.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So it's a good thing. You can feel kindness.
Am
I think,
do
yeah.
you feel kindness from me?
Yes. But it doesn't matter. If I walk in, that I should be treated with respect and dignity, as a
Correct.
fellow human being.
Right.
So yeah, and I felt that here.
On the Nordstrom company here, we have so many kind of people with
Mhm.
different identity come and work as a team of any department. So variety of people, variety of employees that
Mhm.
make you feel more comfortable, right?
Absolutely, and this goes beyond LGBTQ people. And I don't mean just LGBT people. I mean particularly Black, Brown, Indigenous people
Right.
are represented.
Mhm.
Because when I walk in, I also want to see my face reflected.
Right.
That's great because then I feel like, oh, this is a place for me. For me to
Because
see.
it represents this world, right? It's when we talk about your makeup. What is your favorite brand in Nordstrom?
Oh gosh, okay. Clinique.
Clinique is a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do swear on MAC because of the high pigmentation of the colors
And variety, right?
and more variety. Absolutely. Chanel,
Chanel.
particularly for lipstick.
They have a good texture of the lipstick of
Mhm.
Chanel.
Mhm.
I would like to say now world changing of this pandemic going on. Now we're doing masks, we're doing more virtual style. Nordstrom has event all the time before that, but now I would like to representing the Nordstrom gonna have the event go through virtual style. It's gonna be in Zoom, in Team, in even Facebook, all of the social media. I will send you the link like the under below the comment for the events coming up with the Nordstrom.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Wara.
Thank you, Alexa, for coming to Nordstrom Downtown Seattle. Hopefully, you will come shopping with tofu. So thank you so much, and I'm very thankful that you come joining me. Thank you,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone.
you,
Take
and
care. Wear a
yes.
mask.
Wear a mask and take care of yourself. Thank you. Bye bye.
I'm a good Filipino immigrant shopper. I'm a bargain dealer. That's what I am.